Hey guys, it's Jen here from Nails by Jen. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time to my channel, welcome to my channel. So today's video is going to be another mixing video. You guys really like these and I'm so enjoying doing them for you. So this one is for the month of May, and because it's my birthday month, I am doing pink. So I'm going to be mixing all of my pink Madam Glam gel polishes for you guys, and of course I'm going to do a little design at the end for you. So if this is something you're interested in, stick around, keep watching. As always, don't forget to click that like and subscribe for me. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below, and let's get started. Alright guys, so here are all of my pinks. I have 10 beautiful pinks to mix for you guys today. Some bright ones, some light ones, some sparkly ones. So let's get into it. I'm going to grab my palette knife and my little palette and we're going to get mixing. Alright guys, so I have my little palette here. This is not the one from Glitter Mix Canada. I do not know still what I did with that one. I think that I accidentally threw it in my garbage or something. So I still need to order a new one because this one's purple and you guys know I prefer pink. I got this one off of Amazon, but I will say it is kind of falling apart. The gold is sort of chipping off on the sides already, and I did not have that issue with the one from Glitter Mix Canada. And I've also got my trusty little palette knife. I have purchased this on eBay many moons ago. I did try to go back on and find the same one for you guys and I could not find it, but I'll see if I can find something similar. Now, one thing I want to say is I store mine upright in my brush holder, and sometimes I push it all the way to the bottom of the brush holder and I have bent the little end. You want to make sure you can kind of see, I don't know if you can see, there's kind of a little right there. You can kind of see there's a little bend because I've had to try to bend it back, because when you are using it with your palette, you definitely want it to make sure that it's super nice and flat. So just be careful when you are, if you're going to store it upright like I do this way, that you don't push it all the way to the bottom so that it doesn't bend the tip. All right, let's get into these colors. So the first one here is Madam Glam's Baby's Nest, and as you guys know, I just go ahead and draw a little line of goodness. Now I am going to want to make a good amount of this because I am going to be using it on all 10 nails when I do my design at the end. This one is a super bright, I would say almost kind of like a neon reddish pink. Really, really, really bright. Love it. This one is called Floris. Another beautiful bright pink. Again, I'm going to draw another little line right next to it. I am thinking that this color is going to turn out more bright. This is my guess. I seem to be wrong every time. But I'm thinking this is going to be a brighter pink because I've got like 4 really bright pinks and then I've got 2 sort of, I would say darker, but like still vibranty. So I think it's going to be a brighter pink. This one is another bright one called Barbie Pink Neon, or wait, sorry, Bright Barbie Pink Neon. It is like a highlighter pink. I'm going to do another blob of that. These two are pretty similar, Floris and the Barbie Pink. They're, like you can see as they kind of blend into each other there, they're pretty darn close in color, just a very slight variation. So if you were wanting a bright pink, you probably could choose one or the other. You wouldn't need both of them in your collection. And this one is called OMG Pink. And it is another very bright pink, but again, it has more of, I would say, on that reddish tone. You can see as I put it next to the Barbie pink one there. Still really, really pretty. Now, one thing I want to tell you guys about these bright pinks, and this goes for all companies, because so far, every single company that I have purchased a very bright pink or a bright like magenta fuchsia kind of color, they all change color when they cure. So they will almost have more of, I would say, a color tone similar to this. They almost get more of like a purpley hue to them. Not purple, but it's more like this when they cure. Now, eventually they do go back. It takes about 24 hours. I've had my clients kind of keep an eye on it and take pictures for me. I'll actually insert a photo here of one that a client sent to me so I can show you guys what it kind of looks like as it's transitioning back. She got up super early in the morning and was like, oh, I think it's happening. So it ends up kind of looking a little blotchy as it's transitioning back, unfortunately, it doesn't do it in a like sort of beautiful ombre way. It kind of just does it really in a weird, sporadic, sort of splotchy way. She didn't care. She thought it looked really cool. And she said, honestly, had I not said anything to her or warned her, she probably wouldn't have even noticed. But I do tell my clients that, because I have had clients in the past where I haven't told them and then they text me panicking with pictures. Oh my God, something's happening to my nails. They're changing color. They're all splotchy. So I just let them know when I do pinks like this that there's probably going to be a transition period of about 24 hours. You may not notice it. It might happen overnight, where the color is changing back to its original shade. So it will go back to this color. It just takes a little bit for some reason. I remember reaching out to Ugly Duckling and asking them when it happened to the very first bright pink I ever purchased, and it was from them, and they said that it had something to do with the pigments, but they really had no answer or reason why, and I assume that that is the same issue with every company, and it's only bright pinks. So disclaimer, I wanted to let you guys know that. So if you purchase these colors, you don't message me saying, oh my gosh, my color is acting crazy and being weird. They are still awesome. They do go back to their original color eventually. Okay, let's keep going. So I have this other one here called Pink with Benefits. This is more of a cool toned pink for sure. It's really, really nice. You do need usually 2 coats for sure, sometimes 3, depending on the application, because light pinks can be a pain in our butt. All right, this one here is called Angel Wings, and this one is definitely more on the, I would say, warm tone. It's peachy. You guys, if you see my hands shaking at all, it's because I literally worked in my yard for 12 hours yesterday with bricks, lifting bricks, cindercrete blocks. I was spray painting, and even just holding down the nozzle on the spray paint bottle caused my arm to be like so weak and just shaky. So today I noticed I'm like actually really shaky. My hands feel so weak. So if you notice anything, that's why. All right, here is Naughty Me, a nice holographic. It's got a super fine holographic glitter or shimmer to it, I would say. It's so pretty. I did this one a couple of times, and I really, really like it. It's from the Ho Ho Holo collection. And this one here is kind of like a flake or a foil gel. Barbie Bliss. So it's a lot more chunky. I honestly don't even know if I've used this one. I've had it forever and ever and ever and ever, but I don't know if I've used it, to be honest. I think I kind of forgot about it. All right, 2 more. This one here is called Who Is She? And this is another holographic, but you will see the difference between, what is it called? Naughty Me and this one. The holographic in this one is more, not quite as fine of a glitter. The other one is more, I would say, of like a shimmer. This is more of a holographic glitter. And the color is actually very, very, very close to that one I just put down that has the flake gel. And one last one. I absolutely love mixing this one. I used this, I believe, in one of my press-on videos. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. And, oh, you guys, it's so nice. If you mix this with, like, a holographic one, ooh, guys, the color, the shimmer is so pretty, because this one has kind of like a little bit of gold shimmer. This is Wham Bam Thank You Glam. This is also from one of their collections. So I just want to put another kind of equal blob, and that is it for all 10 of them. Okay guys, this is the time where you go and make a guess. Do you think it's going to be a bright pink? Do you think it's going to be a dark pink? More of like a neutral pink? Let me know in the comment section below. I want to know what your guesses are. All right, let's get mixing. This is my favorite part, when I just like marble them at first. Oh, you guys. Like, who doesn't love marbling? I don't know. I feel like crazy people. PSA, sorry if you don't like marbling. I don't actually think you're crazy. All right, let's see. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, so it's a little on the brighter side. It always looks so muddy when I first start mixing, and I'm just unsure of what we're gonna get. Okay, it's kind of like Pepto-Bismol meets Hubba Bubba with a little bit of shimmer. I'm a little underwhelmed, probably because I guess with it being pink, I was just expecting hallelujah kind of vibes, and it was not. It is not. It's still pretty. You can see, will it focus? Let me see if I can get it to like focus for you guys. I don't know if it will. Doesn't want to. Is it focused? I don't know. So you can see all the little bits of shimmer. There's kind of a little bit of like chunkier flakes from that flake one. So it's cool. We're going to work with it. So I am going to today, I decided I am going to do an old school design for you guys because I just posted one in more of the purpley pinks, and I got lots of compliments on it. It was so pretty. She loved it. When she came back, she was like, I got so many compliments. These are amazing. Total old school vibes. So what I'm going to do is mix up some white into this and just create several different shades. Maybe I'll do like 5 different shades. And then, yeah, I'm going to show you some old school designage. So you guys know I have been loving my Born Pretty stamping gel. I am almost out of this bad boy. I am going to see if I can get the last few drops. Oh my gosh, you guys, even squeezing this bottle is like killing my arms from... I have like no strength left in my arms from the damn yard work yesterday. I will insert a photo or a video here, you guys. I am so proud of what I did with those Cindercrete blocks. I'm tired, my back hurts, and my muscles, my whole body hurts, but it was worth it. I basically had some nasty, nasty old brick for like 15 years. I've owned my house for 15 years. And the front yard, I'm just going to start mixing as I'm chatting. So the front yard flower bed basically had just these nasty bricks. Like, the people who put them in there, honestly, all they did was took these brown, you know, like the traditional red brick color. They took some of the bricks, they slapped on cement, then they didn't even smoothen the cement after they applied the cement. They just kind of left it really blobbed on. It was like all seeped out the sides. It just looked disgusting, and I do not have a green thumb. I am, yeah, definitely not. So over the years, that was kind of like not a project that I really cared so much about. But this year, it was annoying me. I have all these cute little decorations that I put on my front porch. I have a cute little pink door, and then you look to the left and you're like, what the heck is going on with this chick? So I was looking for an inexpensive way to... you know, do some kind of edging. And I saw so many things. Lumber is obviously out of the question because it is ridiculously expensive right now. And other things were just going to be quite expensive. So I just was looking and looking, and I found somebody used Cindercrete blocks. And then the cutest thing, inside the square parts, like the square holes of the Cindercrete blocks, they put flowers, and I was like, oh my goodness. So again, like, honestly, I have not put real flowers, like perennials, or excuse me, annuals. I have not put annuals in my yard for years because I just kill them. So I have fake plants and annuals, perennials, excuse me. But I thought that was so cute. So I am going to get some annuals and put them in. These colors are all looking pretty close to the same color. Just going to keep adding some white to lighten this one up. And yeah, and then I actually also put some solar lights in some of the squares as well. Okay, I feel like I need just one, like that's just a smidgen darker or lighter than the main color. All right, so I think that's good. Okay, so here we've got my little tips. One of the ladies have DM'd me on my Instagram about these little dots that she uses to hold her tips on that works way better than the sticky tack, because sometimes they fall off with the sticky tack. I just haven't made it to the Dollar Tree yet, but I am planning to get those. I will post a picture here for you guys as well, right up here in the corner, so you guys can see which ones she bought, because she says they're amazing. So we're going to start off by painting on our color. So you guys know I really, really love my Fusion No. 2 oval brush. And it's super simple. Let me just grab my little pumpkin so that I forgot to pull it out, so that I can do each individual nail, get my lamp ready. All right, so these are all pretty much going to be the same, but just a different direction of pattern, I guess you would say. But they're all pretty much going to be the same. So I'm going to start off with this main color. Now you can do it in several ways. You can just do like a line like this, like, you know how we do just our little like boop, spooches or splotches of color. But I'm going to actually do it in, I guess, more like oval pattern. So this pink is quite see-through, so I'll definitely have to do a couple of coats. So we're going to start with this one here. Okay, cool beans. I'm going to get that. Oh, you know what? I wonder if I could just do all of them because it's kind of an easy design. I might be able to just do them all right on here. All right, so now I'm going to do another one. We're going to do it up here. So now obviously underneath, so you know the client's whole nail would not be clear. They would have a pink nail bed, but I would build this in like a cover color, so a cover peach, cover pink, or a semi-transparent one. That's what I would build the nail in to do this design. Okay, and then we're gonna do one maybe just like right here. So we're basically creating kind of like half circles all throughout the nail. And we're going to have to do 2 coats, like I said, because this is sort of transparent. And you can make them as big or as small as you like. You don't want to make them too big. You want to see some of that natural blush pink, cover pink, cover peach underneath. And where should we do the other one? Maybe up in this corner. So obviously, I always mention this, or I try to mention it when I'm working on tips. When I'm working on practice tips, you will see me kind of applying product in a little bit more sloppy of a manner. I'm so shaky, you guys. I can't even hold that straight. So obviously this would be the cuticle area. There would be a lot of surrounding skin in this area, and I am obviously not being super cautious, but that's because there's no person here behind these tips. But you will want to be careful not to get product all over the skin when you are doing so. All right, so I'm going to get these in the light. I'm just going to cure them for 30 seconds, and then we're going to do a second coat, and then I'm going to move on to the next color. Okay guys, so I'm going to go in now with my second coat. I would love to know in the comment section below. So I have done one of these color mixing videos for every month so far of 2021. So I started in January. I think I did one in January. Ooh, now I'm second guessing myself. I'm pretty sure I started in January. So I've done one for January, February, March, and now April. So I want to know so far, obviously I'm not done this one, but I do want to know so far, out of all 4, which one has been your favorite? Color-wise, design-wise, a lot of people loved, or this is for May now, sorry, so this will be my 5th one. Everybody loved the April Purple swirly design because the swirls thing is so popular right now. So I don't know, most people might pick that one, but let me know in the comment section, guys, which one out of all of them, including this one at the end, is your favorite so far. Okay, I'm going to get this back in the light 30 seconds and moving on to the next color. Okay, so let me get a lint-free wipe. Although all the lint-free wipes that I've tried, none of them are actually 100% lint-free. They still have lint on them. For some reason they say lint-free, but they're really not. So if you guys know of any, I get these ones at the Pink Chair, and I do really like them. I've been using them forever. I really like them, but I do still find that I get a little bit of fuzz here and there from them. So if you guys have some true 100% lint-free wipes, let me know in the comment section below. So you guys know that I have been really trying to be diligent with my brushes to make sure that I'm not saturating them in alcohol and all that stuff, and I'm using gel to clean them. So what I was noticing is I was generally just taking and wiping on my paper towel, and I came to realize that a lot of the little, then I'll go into my client's nail and I'm like, where is this freaking fuzz coming from? it was coming off of my paper towel, you guys. So I've now started where I saturate my lint-free wipe with alcohol and I wipe on there. And the reason that I don't do it dry is because there's still lint on the wipe as well. So I figure I'll end up getting lint off of the wipe anyways if I don't, but with it being saturated in alcohol, it doesn't pick up the lint, right? So I'm not like soaking my brush in alcohol. I'm just wiping it there quickly just to get the excess off, and then I'll move into my next color. And to be honest, because this color palette is the same, I could have just went directly in this color and just kind of mixed that dark pink in there and it wouldn't really have made a difference. But I just wanted to share that with you guys because I forever was like, where are these frickin' fuzzes coming from? My clients are like, Jen, I swear I haven't touched anything. And I'm like, I know, because they weren't really like fuzz. It was almost like little balls of something, and it was little balls of paper from the paper towel. Okay, so let's go on. I'm going to do the same thing now. I'm just going to go into the second color here. And basically, I'm just going to draw, move this out of the way, I'm going to draw another line. Now, you can crisscross them on some of them. You cannot, oh, I just touched that. So I'm going to put that one there because I just touched that area. So you can crisscross kind of like this. Again, we'll probably have to do 2 coats. Maybe not with this one. So like so. This one, maybe we'll just go the opposite side and do the same thing, but just kind of on the opposite side. Now this gel polish has a little bit of texture to it, so, you know, it looks like there's like fuzz in it, but it's not. Well, there might be one right there. I don't know. Because of the sparkles and the, whatchamacallit, what was it called? The foils from that foil gel. Okay, so this one I'm going to kind of touch the other one up here, make sort of a round, and just slightly overlap it. Again, this would be the cuticle area, so you would not be painting it on like this because you would be painting into the client's skin. You would want to paint more down in this direction, but to make it easier for me for filming, I'm just painting in every which direction. And this one maybe will come like so. Again, it's kind of touching. Maybe we'll make it go all the way over it. Yeah, I think I am going to do a second coat, you guys, because it is kind of shadowy, so I don't really have much to do a second coat with, but we're going to do a second coat. All right, so we'll get this last one on here. Now, I also want to know if you guys ever did these old school ways, this old school, I call it the swoosh look, where you do all those little swooshes. That's what I call them. If you guys have done them, if you've been doing nails for a long time and you did a ton of these back in the day like I did, let me know. I love this. I want, after I did that girl's set, I'll post the picture here of the set that I did on her. I was like, I need to do this more often. I need to get back into the old school way. All right, so this is going in the light, 30 seconds. Okay, so let's get a little second coat here just to kind of make that a little less shadowy and transparent. You guys, those flakes are really throwing me off in here because they're so much more chunky than the other glitter, so I can like see these little bits and I'm like, what is that? But it's just the, I don't know if you can see them. They're like little silvery flakes. You can see them better on the darker pink because the white obviously kind of mats them out. So they lose their effect and they almost just look more chunky. So I don't know how this is going to, how well this is going to fare when I'm trying to do my swooshes and my line work because of the chunkiness, but you know, guys, we're winging it. We are gonna make it work. I just need a little bit more, so I'm scraping my brush. All right, second coat on and in the light. All right, guys, so now for the detail work, I have a new brush. I actually have a whole set that I have not shown you guys yet because I am behind in filming. I've been behind for months now. Yeah, it's crazy. So I've actually decided I'm not going to be making any new purchases other than if they are necessities, like if I run out of monomer or top coat, things like that. I'm not buying anything new. I'm really trying to like not even be on social media, because the problem is when I see something new, I want to buy it, not only for my clients, but also to show you guys. But I have so many things that I still haven't shown you guys that I need to film, so I am not. So I am literally now just going to finally go through, start going through all of the things I have in that corner of my room that I need to show you. And these Get Buffed brushes are one of the things I need to show you. So I thought today I would pull out this liner brush. First of all, this brush is a beautiful color on the outside. So all four of them are different colors. They're different shades of pink, and I think there's one red one in there, and they all have names. This one is called the Brienne. So I'm gonna pull this open. Really, really nice looking brushes. And it is a liner brush. So I have not even taken the glue or anything out of this one yet. So I am going to keep all of the pieces, because when I do the actual video review, I want to show you them. Now, the one thing that I notice is that what might be a little bit difficult for me is I'm definitely used to having longer handled brushes. So for instance, the one that I was just using from Fusion, brain fart, it also has a shorter handled brush, but not quite as short as this if you look from tip to end. And even this feels too short for me, so I always have to put the lid on the end, and that is like the perfect weight for me. That feels wonderful in my hand. This one here is going to be quite a bit shorter. And I think some people really like the short brushes. I'm just going to take that glue out here. And I'm just going to squish it between my wipe with the alcohol, just to kind of make sure I get it all out. So that might be a little difficult for me, just to not have that extra weight on the end that I'm used to, but they look like beautiful brushes. I've seen them, you know, get used a lot in videos, and they look so nice. All right, so let's get these out of the light and start doing our line work. So now I'm also going to put a little bit, because I do love adding some contrast. So I'm going to use some of this white, and then I've also got the black from the Born Pretty store. Now you guys know I've mentioned in another video that I find it a little bit too thick, and sometimes drawing lines and stuff with it, you got to move so stinking slow. And the problem is if you put it on too thick, it doesn't cure properly. So I always kind of mix it sort of, I would say 50-50 with some of this Madam Glam Perfect Black. I know we're not supposed to mix products and brands, but it really works for me. I've never had an issue with it not curing or anything. And a lot of times I've done this without even top coating it. It's the top. So I'll do like a matte design and then I'll paint. So my my jungle nail design, for example, all that black pattern, it was not sealed, and she came in and it was still shiny, nothing chipped, nothing broke or wrecked or anything like that. So it works for me. All right, so let's put this palette here so you guys can see. Maybe I'll put it up in this corner a little bit so that you guys can see what I'm doing. So we're going to start off with these lighter pinks here. So let's go in and grab this one. So I'm just going to saturate my brush, drag it out. Now the bristles on this are not super duper duper like too hair thin, but it is quite thin. It comes to a nice point. So the most common, I'm going to actually do this individually on the pumpkins because it will definitely, or on the pumpkin, not pumpkins, because it'll be easier for sure to do it this way rather than all of them. So the traditional kind of swoosh, right, is, I'll show you the one that I used to do, I do all the time. So you draw one line up. So basically you start by putting the most pressure at the beginning. As you're drawing, you lift your brush to come to the little fine point, right? I have a hair in my mouth, you guys. Oh, gosh. Okay. So then you want to connect it here and do like that. So it's kind of like a crab claw, sort of is how I describe it. And then you want to grab another one and go down this way. And we're just kind of following a little bit like the pattern of those lines. Right? And then maybe you want to do another one over here. I don't know why I just got an accent, but I did. I felt like I wanted to be in New York for a second. And I butchered that, I'm sure. Anybody who's watching from New York, I apologize. So like that. So I'm going to do all of them like that. And then I'll get that first layer in the light to cure. So maybe I will do another one over here like that. Another crab claw. Boom. Make sure you get that little point there. And then drag this one down here. I'm kind of having troubles coming to a point for some reason. I'm not sure why. If this is just not thin enough, not sure. My other one that yeah, it's not really coming to a super fine point. But we're gonna work with it. I'm not gonna lie, I probably would cut this. So let me grab my other one that I normally use that I have cut, and it is from eBay. Yeah, I honestly, guys, I will probably trim this a little bit to make it a little bit thinner, or I'm going to have to go, before I do that, I'll go onto the Get Buffed website or the Get Buffed Instagram page and just watch them use it. Maybe I am doing something incorrectly because I have not done that yet. But you guys know I have these ones from eBay that I purchased however long ago, like this one here. And I have trimmed this one as well. So I just need to clean it because it's got gel in it. I'm just going to clean it out here. And so I've made this one quite thin. I can show you, oopsie daisies. I can show you the difference with the Get Buffed one, just in thin wise. So it's a little bit longer, the Get Buffed one, but this one is thinner. So I'm going to use that one just because I really want these to come to a nice fine point. I really want you guys to see like how it's supposed to look. It also might be because this gel polish has that texture to it with those flakes. No, it's, look at how fine that point is, right? So yeah, I'm just gonna wipe this one off. There we go with the accent again. You guys, I don't know what's going on. I'm just gonna wipe this and redo it because just wasn't loving how that looked. All right, so let's do, wipe this side here. Let's do this again. Guys, you remember the days when we could blow on a client's finger and get the dust off? Oh, the good old days when we didn't have to wear masks. Okay, so you see how nice that point is? Yes, that's what we're looking for. So if you have to trim your brush, like look at that. Bam. If you have to trim your brush, trim your brush. It's not a big deal. I don't think Get Buffed will be mad. All right, so there's that one. And we're just going to move on down the line and do the same thing. And maybe I'll do this one over here. Drag that out. All right, so there we have all 5. So you can see the difference between the 2 brush strokes for sure. This is the one with the Get Buffed, and this is the one with my good old eBay brush that I have already cut. Now, if I cut the Get Buffed one, I think it will be perfect. But again, I'm not going to do that until I go on and look at their videos and see if I'm doing something incorrectly. So I'm going to get these in the light. I'm just going to flash cure them for 15 seconds or so. And then I'm going to move on to the next color. Now, I might darken this color up just a little. I don't know. It's very similar to this one. So I don't even know if I'm going, we'll see. I'll paint it on and see what happens. All right, let's see here. Because it's so similar in color to that one, the one I just did, but so now you can also just do like just regular, like these ones here. I don't know what you want to call them, swooshes. They're swooshes. They're all swooshes. So I'm just going to do a couple of swooshes like that. Yeah, the color is pretty much the same. So I'm just going to do a couple with that one, and I'm going to do it over the dark pink just so you can really see it, because it honestly looks nearly identical. So just two little ones on the dark pink color so that it shows up nicely. And again, it's just a press and pull and lift. Press, pull, and lift. Super simple. And when I load my brush for this one, because it's a shorter stroke, I'm loading the brush with kind of a ball on the end, if you see, right? I've got a little ball there, and you want to press, pull, and lift. Press, pull, and lift. So you get those little strokes. And this one will go in the opposite direction. We're going to go down with that one to kind of follow that curvature of that other line. Again, flash cure, 15 seconds. All right, so that's what we've got so far. So now let's go into this lightest color here. And this one, I am going to do just little lines. So I'm just going to do like 3 little lines, right? So like 1, 2, 3, just like that. And maybe I'll do 3 more down here, just like that. And I'm going to continue. Oh, I just tipped it over. Did I smudge it? I did smudge it. So I'm just going to wipe that. This is why we cure in between layers. So this one, this design I could do by holding probably all of them. Just do 3 little strokes like that. And yes, I am flipping the nails upside down and all around in different directions because I can. And if you have to maneuver your client's fingers, just do so. Yeah, no, it's not as easy as I thought. I'm just going to have to put them on here. So we'll do 3 little strokes. Like so. That one I don't like. They're too close together. You know what? I'm going to put them up here instead. Like that. Now you could also draw animal print on these. I've done that before. You can add flowers. You can do all kinds of things. But at the very least, you just need to do some swooshes. And this is 100% a design. I'm going to get these in the light, you guys. This is 100% a design that you can do in the salon that is very quick. Very, very quick. You could do this in like an hour, for sure. Depending on how many layers and how many swooshes and lines and stuff you do. Like the girl that was here that I did the purpley kind of ones on, for sure she was out in an hour and a half, maybe an hour and 15. Super, super easy design. Let's do some thin white lines. So this is like an abstract, old school abstract. So let me grab my pumpkin. So basically I'm just going to draw a line from the bottom. Just a straight old line. Very, very thin. This brush is amazing for these. And then maybe like one beside it, like that. And then at the top, I might do the same thing. Okay, so that's what we've got so far, and now I'm going to add some black. So we're just going to set this in the light for 10-15 seconds. All right, guys, so I forgot to press record when I did the black, but basically I just did some black crab claws again, same way that I did the first pink one here, and then I just added some other little lines, so nothing new. And now I'm going to add some dots. So I'm just going to use this dotting tool here. I have had this one forever. It is not cute. I don't know where I got it, but it has a super fine dot around the end, so that's what I like for details like this. So I'm going to show you how to do dots, two types of dots, two different ways. So the one is the traditional. You find a pattern and you kind of follow the line. So I'm going to follow this black line here, and I'm just going to dot along the curvature of that black line, just like so, going from larger to smaller. And then the other one that I like that adds just like a different type of a feel, a different detail, is, let's do it up here. It's where you just kind of start dotting and you start making it bigger, the pattern, and then going to smaller. So you can reload your brush, not a problem, or your dotting tool, I should say. And you just kind of go like that. Very, very easy. I love how that looks. It's like, it's just a cute little additional detail. So I'm going to do both on all of the nails. And let's find this one here and make our little gradual dots. And maybe down here we'll do the other pattern. So again, you just kind of want it like that. It's fatter on one end and skinnier on the other. The dots just get smaller. The section gets smaller, however you want to say it. This one will start here maybe, like so. And maybe I'll do my dots up here. And just reloading my dotting tool like that. I do love the addition of dots. So if you wanted to make it quicker and, you know, do less swooshes, I think the dots are kind of just it just adds a little something, right? So maybe this one will start in the middle here of this crab claw. And I'll do my other dots down here. Again, it's okay if your patterns overlap, not a problem at all. And I think that might be sometimes where people get a little like confused as they're trying not to overlap things, but you can, it's totally fine. One more little dot pattern. I might just add a few more. All right, I'm going to get that into the light. Now I think I'm going to do this design in matte because I'm just loving the matte. So also keep in mind, guys, this area up here that's clear would have that blush pink or cover pink color. So it'll look a little different when you do it on clients. Sometimes when I do designs, I will actually put a cover pink acrylic underneath, but I just didn't do that today. So just keep that in mind when you do your clients' nails. If they show you this design, that it'll look a little different when you do it. It'll look better in my opinion because it won't be clear. But down here will be clear if they have clear tips. So I'm going to get that into the light, and then we're just going to mattify it. So you guys know I love my 2M Beauty matte top coat, and I always tell you guys that at the beginning of the day, or at the very least the first client that you use it on that day, give it a good mix. I actually use I don't have to mix this one because I just mixed it, but I use this tool here. So this is just a spatula. We all have these little spatulas. I usually do the flat end. I'll show you guys, it doesn't matter. But basically I just get it in there, and as I'm spinning it in the bottle, I also twist the spatula also. So I find it really mixes it good, and it gets right to the bottom because there is some settling that can happen if it sits for too long with gel polishes. I don't personally know any gel polish that doesn't settle at all or doesn't separate at all over time. Now some may settle after longer periods of time. I mean, some might be able to sit for a year and not settle, or settle after a year. I don't know, but pretty much I'm just trying to not get my fingers all full of paint because I have house paint stuff all under, or Cindercrete block paint all under my nails that I can't get out, so I don't want to get anything else under there. All right, let's move that out of the way, put that back, and let's top coat these bad boys. You guys, I love how they turned out. I love old school, and I love abstract, you guys. Love abstract. It is such an easy design to do. I don't know if I recorded it or not, but if I did, I will have to just mute my voice here. I was saying earlier, and I think that's when the camera cut off, or when I didn't push record, that Talia one day had posted on Instagram. She had some new colors of something she wanted to do, and she was asking what kind of a design she should do, and I sent her a message and said, oh, you should totally do an abstract design. And she had made the comment that she's like, I can't do them, you know, it's like she's got too much of a perfectionist mind, and she's trying to place everything perfectly, you know, place all the lines perfect and all the swooshes and the dots. And that's the amazing thing about abstract, is you don't have to be perfect. These are not meant to be perfectly placed. Not everyone is going to look the same, and that's the beauty of abstract. Any type of an abstract design, you guys, they are so easy to do because they don't have to be perfect. And I am quite certain she recently did an abstract design. Yes, I'm sure it was her, because I remember seeing it and thinking, girl, what are you talking about? You know how to do abstract. Like, it looked awesome. So just get out of your head, people, and don't worry. Just start throwing some lines and swooshes and dots, and you got this. I'm so excited to see how these look matte. The client that I did her nails, we did them shiny, and they looked phenomenal. And when she came back, you guys, they were so shiny still. That's that Young Nail stain resistant that I use. It stays shiny. I also had a client last night who came in. She has dyed her hair like fuchsia pink, and underneath her nails were stained, but the top, I wish I would have taken a picture. The top had no stain from her hair dye. So that stain resistant is really good stuff from Young Nails. Kudos to Young Nails. Thumbs up for your stain resistant top coat. All right, I'm going to get this in the light to cure and show you the final results. All right, you guys, here they are. I absolutely love them in the matte. There's just something about the matte. It like changes the color. It mutes it out a little bit. Now, don't get me wrong. The other design that I did, I had shiny, and her nails looked amazing because the color was so vibrant. I absolutely loved hers in shiny because that color just popped with that shiny top coat. But these ones, yeah, definitely love the matte, and I love the little detail of the dots. A must-have. All right, guys, so that is it for another mixing video. So I want to give a little shout out to Miss Shirin because I had seen her hair. I think it was very similar to this. She had a couple of braids, and I was like, girl, I need to do that. It looked so cute, and I think it looks so cute. I have some little white ponytails and a couple of little braids. So shout out to Miss Shirin for the hair inspo for today. And I want to, again, show you guys these beautiful nails, how they turned out. I love them. If you guys have not tried any type of an abstract design in your salon or on yourself, you need to do so. It is perfect for clients. They always love any of the abstracts, not just these ones, but the swooshy kind of ones where you splotch on the color and then maybe you add a little stamp. I have tons of different abstract designs on my Instagram. If you have not checked it out, go check it out for some inspo. But you guys, these are perfect for the salon because they're quick, they're easy, and you can't F it up. So give it a try. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, guys, please share it with someone else. And as always, have an amazing day.